we go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another day, another opportunity for us to consciously evolve once again. Part of me wants to cool down before I get properly started because it's really hot. It's really hot right now. And I want to get this thing wet. But I have my tripod set up in a pretty precarious position with all of my different tripod legs at different lengths. So what I'll do is I'll give you this view. There are strangers here right now checking out the house because they want to potentially move into it soon. And I want to get some water on my scarf. That is what I want to do. I'm trying to get my microphone set up in a place where it's not going to get water. Alright. Don't fall. Yeah. Gotten water on my scarf. POV, my hands are slowly mushing the water into the fabric. I am returneth. I will come around the corner any second now. Ah. Ooh. Nice. I don't know if my little leather baggie is going to enjoy the water. I just sent a lot of the water off of my scarf. It's dripping on me. Of course the sun goes away as the water hits my body as well. Like it cooled down so much that it's unironically a little bit chilly now. This is fine. Let me get the camera pointing the right way. I did bring my tablet. Good. Today's stream topic is about the story we tell ourselves. How you are. I tell myself, we are a story we've told ourselves. And it's interesting to me to notice how this story changes day to day, moment to moment, sometimes even. I had a very productive day again. I got one of my client projects completely finished, like polished, like put on an external drive, ready to. Okay, veilig rijden, dankie Tane. The person showing I think a real estate agent, what you would call her. She showed other people the place. And I can hear people being like, I'm worried about break-ins with this piece of property. And she's not telling them that, yeah, you should be worried about break-ins. She's just trying to sell them on the place. Like, oh yeah, but you get free water. You get free water though. Don't you want some free water? Don't think about all of this break-in stuff. Don't just think about the free water, bro. Come on. So I don't know. I haven't been able to be sociable. I also got semi-interrupted while I was getting dressed. Semi-interrupted is a way to say it. While I was in the shower, brushing my teeth, I hear people in the house. I hear voices in the house that's not mine or Max's, right? And those are the only two people that's in this house right now. And I knew that there were people coming today, but they were only supposed to come at 4. So I infer that they have come early. So I exit the shower with my towel and I rush into my room to try and get dressed as quickly as possible. And I'm still half naked, literally. And then there is just like a knock on the door. Go, go, go. There's someone in here. My room has a window, even though it's in the middle of the house. It has a window to the hall, to say it in so many words. So you can, absolutely, just look into my room. I did post some posters, some artworks, so you can just, but yeah, it was awkward. The story I tell myself. I've been telling myself a story of feeling down, feeling unhappy, feeling exhausted, feeling unappreciated, feeling defeated. And it's not like I want to, right? I don't want to tell these stories. They just seem to be the stories that get told when you feel the things that you feel in this environment. So I went down this rabbit hole of, I want to say, complacency and apathy, where that feeling led to me not wanting to do things, and then not doing things led to that feeling, and then that feeling led to me not wanting to do things. And it was this vicious cycle that just kind of continued. And I don't know what changed. This Monday, yesterday, I woke up and suddenly I had a will. I had a desire to see something through, to make something happen. And showing myself yesterday the way that changed my whole demeanor, my whole state of being, kind of gave me some pause. And then that pause led to me showing up again in the same way today, with the same amount of enthusiasm, to say it in so many words. And then I ended up getting everything done. So one of the things that I've been low-hum worried about for the last 3 weeks now got completely finished in less than 3 days. And it very much was one of those things that I was stuck in a story I was telling myself. I was stuck feeling a certain way about it. I was in part stuck waiting for resources, the actual resources to make the thing that I needed to make. But I was stuck in many more ways than just that. And I feel like there is some unstuckening happening. And it's interesting to me to see how that changes the story I tell of myself. It's like you don't only tell the story verbally, you tell the story physically as well. You tell the story emotionally with how you feel about things. You tell the story in perception, how people see you also tells a story, I think. Oh, Jovan, good morning. A tour and a show. Lucky people. Yeah, they get to just come into my house and look inside my bedroom, for free. Imagine that. Imagine that. These people are just walking into my bedroom and looking around for free. Maybe 10,000 years from now, this stream is being rewatched. And you might tell yourself that you would give anything. You would give all of the Roblox or whatever cryptocurrency we're using at that point, just to see the inside of my room. But no, you have to live in the year 2024 and get scammed by a real estate agent. Is that illegal? Is it illegal? I wonder. Hey Google, I do have an extra device here. The strain that I just crushed is from Dank Panda. Well, I got shared it by the joint, but it is from Dank Panda. It's called Psychedelic. If you were curious, if you wanted to know, you know now. And then I asked this device, or maybe I should ask a language model, might be better. I live in South Africa, and we are basically ending our contract at the place we're staying at right now because we've experienced 5 break-ins over the last 8 months, which is a little bit much. So we're moving out. Now, our real estate agent is literally bringing people over while we're still in the place to show the place for other people. I'm going down this rabbit hole of asking myself, is it illegal to not disclose that this place has frequent break-ins? You know, are they even allowed to rent this place out like that? Wonder. I am wondering. In South Africa, there is no explicit law mandating that real estate agents or landlords must disclose the history of break-ins to new tenants. Though, some legal perspectives suggest it could fall under the duty to disclose material facts that might affect a tenant's decision. If frequent break-ins create a security concern and the agents are aware of them, they might be ethically, if not legally, expected to inform prospective renters. It could be worth reaching out to your local rental tribunal or consulting a lawyer if you feel the situation is unsafe, or if you think the prospective tenants are being misled. They absolutely are. At the very least, expressing your concerns to the agent might prompt a more transparent approach. Yeah, that could be a way. I'll tell the landlord lady, don't you wanna let them know? Don't you wanna just let them know what's going on, maybe a little bit? Hmm. I do like the way the psychedelic tastes. It's very much like eating cereal, but in a way where you've already finished all of your wheat-based cereal, wheat and honey-based cereal, and then you drink the milk. And then as you exhale, you taste something. That wheat flavor and milky flavor, that's what this tastes like to me. I'm thinking about the story that some people tell themselves or that they've been told by their privilege, that they don't know what things cost. To really have no grasp on the reality that some things are more expensive than others and more achievable, more affordable, more attainable than others. I don't know why that's coming up as a story to tell to self, but there it is. goodness. There's a lot of light on this device. This is better. You can see what I'm looking at as well. Maybe this helps. I'm looking at you. Up my brightness a bit. Hey, Lovizana is here with us too. Hey, LA. It's nice having you. This needs to be given back to the universe. The story I'm telling myself of who I am. I want to be a part of your story, bro. You are. You really are, Duck Dad. And it's been made evident by the fact that you've shown up for it. Right? In that way, you are a part of my story. Because you've made yourself a part of my story. Maybe that's in part why I'm worried to move to where I am right now. It's because I'll have less access to other people's stories. I do want to take my access to my family more seriously, though. I think I've learned a lot. And I want to break some patterns. We tend to do things a certain way, and I want to stop doing it that way. I'm very good at injecting myself into places I may or may not belong. Who am I kidding? He says, "You're a giant part of my story. Never forget it, Snoochie Booches." Thank you, bro. That's nice. I'm happy to be a part of your story too. That never goes away, right? That's the thing that I'm really feeling right now. We have influenced so many friends in our lives. And it's still technically been a very short time, relatively speaking, at least. We still have a lot of story to tell ourselves, to keep the topic relevant. Duck, what you gonna do with your free coachless times? Good question. It's probably too cold to coach. Joe, panic clean the property before snow. There it is. Try to fix dorked up ankle and back. The world is my oyster. These are good things. These are good things to consider. Maybe you'll get properly into your yoga practice this winter. Duck that. I know that's what I want, but I am very biased. We do have a yoga class every day, free. Free if you want it to be. Completely free. I'm certified in everything. I only forget my cues 0.1% of the time. Might be a little bit higher than that. It might be like a 0.5% of the time. I'm no AI yet. The yoga might be the first thing that I turn into AI. If I do turn something of my own into AI, right? Something that I do every day. If I had to turn something into AI, I think yoga would go first. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want AI to do my flowers, because that in part needs to be my work as a creative to stand out and whatever the future is going to be, because there's not going to be a lot of that stuff anymore. This, I think, is kind of think the same. I think the same in as much as it's the same that I consider myself unique. Right? There's a certain novelty that comes with the expression of myself. But I am naive to believe that an AI, an expression of me, couldn't technically be even more novel or in that way entertaining. Right. I'm just covering my arm with some extra material. I can feel the sunlight, it's hurting. What's the story, morning glory? What's the tale, nightingale? What's the sitch? Suddenly my mind went down like bad rabbit holes. uh, what's the situation? I'm having a mind melt infestation right now. I don't know, yo. Today's story has been about this story you tell yourself, that you are a story you tell yourself, and that what you are in your own mind is in part your actions. But your actions is something that you're doing right now and in this temporary moment. And in that way, that temporary moment ceaselessly changing. So, too, is the story of you and who you think you are to yourself and to the world. And it's interesting how it can be changed very easily, simply by doing certain things. And I don't know if that is healthy or right, but it still feels like it has a significant role. It's nice to have you here, friend. Here, and maybe not even working for my lovely customer. You want to go back to the corpo world potentially? If that's the case, do so mindfully, bro. Do so with a plan in mind. Do so with an exit strategy at the end. And do so with the knowing that you're not less for it as well, right? Like you have gained all of the experience and all of the life lessons that came with all of the, for me, it's very much the iterative moment to moment stuff, right? You got all of that. That's yours forever. You won't walk away from this losing something. You have gained a lot. But we're not done living just yet, so there's still time for things to change in that way too. We got an extra hour next week too. The hours fall back, it's true. Siobhan, I hate it. My work becomes dark next week. Uh, bless you, bro. Couldn't do yoga on this ankle if I wanted to, unless I did it on my work boots, tight as can be. Tuck that foot fall off in yoga. That is rough. And I would take your own advice on being careful. If you feel it's strong enough to comfortably walk on it, then join us. Because yoga, especially the practice that I do, has a few different ankle strengthening exercises, so could be helpful. Doc, I did yoga in my hospital bed the day after my knee surgery. You only use the bits of your body that work. Yeah, it's true. Chair yoga is a thing. I'm so happy that you're saying it, Loazana. Thank you for being a teacher. I should be saying these things, but I also don't want to be too pushy. I want to be totally respectful of Doc Dad. But it's true what Loazana is saying. You can do chair yoga, where you can just do a bunch of yoga stuff without even moving your foot. My grandma has drop foot. Hey Google, define drop foot. Drop foot. You'll see. This is so limited. Symptom in which you drag your toes when you walk due to weakness or paralysis of certain muscles in your foot. Yeah. So her foot was like drooping down. And then she started doing chair yoga and like ankle strengthening exercises. And grandma got better again. It's never too late. Literally, exercise will be good for you forever. You can be 102 years old having never exercised in your life. I hear this fractal of melt. If I live to 102 years old and not exercising, I sure as hell am not gonna start right now. I know, okay? Exercise feels good, by the way. Like that's also something to be considered. Doesn't always feel good at the start, right? But it feels good retroactively, encompassing at least, right? It has an aura. It outputs an aura of good feel. Kind of sometimes if you get strong enough in the moment that you're doing it. Sometimes in the preparation process with taking good care of your body with the food that you're eating, and then afterwards, right, with all of the hormones and stuff that your body releases, all of the endorphins telling you good job. So mm, even if you do it in a chair, it helps. No, no corpo. I want to learn to arborist, but school is expensive and time consuming. I think I want to become an apprentice to a guy's tree care business. Gain the skills to build a business I care about. That sounds good, bro. Literally, see you working at that business is school. Then you are having school. You're getting paid to go to school, bro. That sounds like a deal to me. Doc, I've done this whole yoga in Shavasana when I broke my toe a few weeks ago. Shavasana is the corpse pose. Yeah, you just lay down on the floor for 15 minutes and breathe. It's true. Sho broke one of her toes. And she's practicing again. Like, that's crazy. The rabbit, well, tries to practice again. Like, that's the crazy part. Rabbit, a lady used to do chair exercises on Channel 11 public broadcast. Joe, I'm going to Shavasana for the next 5 hours if I can. Doc, how do you feel about commuting to southern Manitoba for a bit? My brother is an arborist, and he does teach it too. Drop foot sounds scary. It does sound scary. When my grandma told me she has drop foot, I was like, "You okay, grandma?" I actually was the one who took her down the rabbit hole of finding her a bunch of links on YouTube of people giving you drop foot exercises and stuff. Really, and that's probably important right now. You being able to go there and do the work, right? Hey, I'm sorry I haven't been around. Zano, nice having you here right now, dear friend. Like, I would lie if I said I didn't miss you too. When your friends are not here, I do miss you, like a lot. But it would also be counterproductive if I didn't just celebrate you when you are here. So don't feel the need to apologize. And going to the gym, win for Zano. At my new place, double win. When I open at 9, when it opens at 9, so it's empty. You go into the gym at your new place. Okay, the new place has a gym. That's win number 3. Nice. I've lost 10 pounds since I moved. That's win number 4. That's a lot of wins, Zano. It's nice celebrating you, friend. I would love to be taught by a real Canadian tree cowboy. It's the last wild frontier. Zana, congratulations. True. I find that it's really hard to start, but the hardest thing, like I have to leave my body until I'm halfway into the workout, until I start feeling good about doing it. Yeah, it is kind of surreal, right? Music helps. For me, this is not advice, so I shouldn't say it. I Advice is me pretending that I know something that you don't. And in that way, many people know about this. So it isn't advice in that way alone. But it's also not a recommendation, necessarily speaking. But when I just started properly getting into exercise, I would eat things. You know, they grow. They have little leaves that kind of look something like that. And I would then go to the gym. And I would already, in a way, be, in your words, leaving my body. I would already be, you know, in the clouds, metaphorically speaking. And then the exercise would feel really good. I would get really into it. Have that mind body connection. Is that a torch? Bruh. Some of the thieves. Some of the thief gear, bruh. Max just found one of the freaking torches that people probably use to sneak up to our house. What a trip. He is holding it with his sleeve. It probably does have fingerprints on it, but let's be real. Nobody is going to be taking fingerprints. We can take it to the police station. And they're going to be like, yeah, we're going to take fingerprints or something. They've already closed the case. I actually got the SMS today. You know, case closed. Well, Doc, when you need to bring your fam to the Winnipeg Folk Festival next summer and talk to my brother for 3 days about being an arborist. Sound alright. I have to leave my body to get started. I downloaded YouTubes and watched them on the bike. Nice. I like doing that too. For me, it was, I would have like a 30 to 40 minute warm up session before my actual exercise routine. And I would put my not escalator, treadmill on a 5 incline. And I think I would put it on a 6 speed or something like that. Just enough to be like a relatively brisk walk. And then I would do that for 30 to 40 minutes. That would be good. And I would do the same thing. So I would download a bunch of YouTube videos and then watch them in that state. Got to work, must alert, love your friends, we love you too, yo. Good luck. Torch means flashlight, right? Yeah, a flashlight. You found a flashlight. Max was just like walking around this area, seeing what's up, and then he found a flashlight on the floor with one of the routes that people probably took. Rabbit, that sounds delightful. Music fest, vacation, chainsaws, vroom vroom. He's got an experience. Chainsaws. We'll be curious to see how tools change. The tools we use to do woodworking. My mind so badly wants to do the fast forward of getting to the point where we already have nanomachines. And then you just look at your piece of wood and nanomachines eat away at it until only what you wanted is left. Zzz. You can make perfectly fitted, nailless inserts and stuff as well. You should leave a note. Dear thieves, I found your flashlight. You wouldn't want to trip on a bear trap. Joe, so here you go. In center of bear traps. It's strange you say that. It really is strange you say that. Because they did steal something. What did they steal? Oh yeah, my battery. They stole my battery. And my battery has European plugs. I think they're European plugs on the one side. And they unplugged that plug, that European plug that terminates into South African plugs. So a part of me, unironically, was thinking about putting that cable just outside on the wall so they can have it, because the thing they stole is a worse product if you don't have that cable for it. And I made that cable myself, so They probably could make it themselves, but I highly doubt they will. And so I was like, maybe I should just give them this cable so that I can get a little bit more value out of this thing they stole from me. I didn't end up doing that because it felt silly, but I still feel like that's the right thing to do. If you took it to the police station, they would thank you for it and then ask for all the weed on you for evidence locker, which is in their own lungs. To be honest, the police that I've been having exchanges with since getting robbed in this spot and driving down there to meet with them has been pretty chill. It's usually just the police that set up blockades on the roads and are literally trying to exploit you for whatever they can. Right? Literally, that's what they're there for. They're gonna look at your car, they're gonna look at your lights, they're gonna look at your number plates, they're gonna look at your whether or not you have an ID or a driver's license. They're gonna look if there's cracks in your windows. They're literally, that's the only thing they're there to do, is to exploit you, to find fault with, and then to exploit you for the fault that they found. Like, which part is it, which part is that, the serving or the protecting part? I ask. I wonder. But yeah, these police officers at least have been just kind of like chill dudes, chill dudes that are chill with the formalities. They're doing it. They're like, yeah, we're pretty chill, but we're doing it. Here we are to do it. But there's no real threat. There's no real fear in the hearts of criminals that they'll be caught for stealing things in South Africa. So they do. But there is a real relationship with insurance in South Africa, so you just need to get the police to verify that a crime was indeed committed. And that's almost the only role they really play. They play this ceremonial role of like, womp womp. Yes, in fact, womp womp. In fact, we said so. Look, here's number that we said womp womp to. It's true. And then the insurance people are like, maybe we'll give you money. And now tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow. An insurance person is going to come to our house and goes, see me wear womp womp. See me? Let me see. And then we'll be like, womp 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 womp. Womp womp. And then maybe. Seems a little bit absurd. Seems a little bit strange. I imagine that these things will change as the tracking information gets more and more sophisticated. I want trackers on all of my shit now. It kind of sucks. I don't know if I like that. But that's the story I'm telling myself. But I'm bringing it back to today's stream topic. I'm ready to pull a card. My cards are down there. Orange? I see a sliver of orange. These cards aren't really like the guessing. Like, I mean, almost all of them are that colored. in like different concentrations, essentially. Pretty much all of them are this combination of colors, you know. So like I think in my other deck color guesses are very distinct, but in this one it's pink and blue, and in this one it's kind of pink and blue, and this one there are pinks, purples, and blues. How about this one? Yeah, pink and blue. So we pulled the Imrama card. Where are you being called to journey to? Where am I being called to journey to? America. I am being called journey to Americas. It's truths. So much journey to's. Imrama. I haven't pulled a card from my old deck in a while. That's what you're making me think about right now, Zana. Like missing that deck a little bit. It's just big. The box is big and the book is big. This is like a neat little package. Fits easily in the bags. Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? One more show, and then I tell. The Celtic word Imrama means a journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we're going, but our soul already knows the way. If you pulled this card, you were either being called on a soul journey, or you are already on one. It could be to a physically ancient place, or it could be metaphoric. When we journey to places that our souls remember, a shift takes place, both within us and to the planet as well. You are being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is to journey to the world's sacred sites, or called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage isn't possible right now, journey through the portal of your heart. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place. Or perhaps you are being called to study an ancient lineage or body of work. Whatever your circumstances, your soul is ready to journey deep. Hold this card in your heart and say, may seeds of light, long ago planted, begin to rise. I am ready to remember ancient secrets from lands that my soul knows from times past. May I be held by the ancient lineages that my soul has served, and remember that I don't have to do it all alone. I don't have to do it all alone. That's okay. It's just more rigged now. I only guess baby red or baby blue. Yeah. Wins. Success for Marie every time. 100% clairvoyance rate with this deck. It is an oracle deck after all, so you have to be able to tell the future. You have to be able to tell what color the card is going to be. I love you, friends. I thank you for joining me for these moments, giving me a moment of your presence, of your time. It truly is a blessing having these slices of reality cutting from our lives, little slices that we can share with one another. That's special. I appreciate you, friends. Have a beautiful day. One filled with joy, one filled with calm, one filled with presence, one filled with patience, one filled with knowing. Who you are and what story you're supposed to be telling. I love you, friends, and I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Love you.